Bonnie, doing it ourselves.
Look, Astrid, we're here to save our kids, not to make some lawyer rich. They just take over, forget our issues. Your Honor this, Your Honor that, legal arguments, technicalities.
Well, I don't think it's such a good idea. It's crazy. Without a lawyer, you're going to get slaughtered in court. Everything we've achieved will be blown.
Everything we've achieved? Since when were you on the team, Diane? We've had to fight you every step of the way.
I'm a mother. My kids are out on those tracks, too.
Can we just keep to the subject, please?
Astrid, look. Richie's here.
Oh, no, what's he doing here?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't got time to talk to him. I've got to concentrate on the case.
Calling the first matter, applicant for injunction, Burlington Northern Incorporated, applicants, and Astrid Coulter, Bonnie Henderson, respondents. Parties, please step forward.
Okay, let's go. Here comes the judge. It's showtime.
Will the respondents please identify themselves?
I'm Astrid Coulter.
Please speak up, ma'am, so we can all hear you.
Astrid Coulter.
Thank you.
Bonnie Henderson.
Thank you. You were given notices to appear in court today?
Yes, we didn't want to take it, but they said we had to.
Now, do you have representation?
I don't know, what do you mean?
I mean, do you have counsel?
No.
A lawyer?
We don't have a lawyer.
Do you want time to retain counsel? It's advisable.
We're not going to have a lawyer.
It's advisable to have a lawyer.
We can't afford one.
Can you not apply for legal aid?
We don't want a lawyer.
Very well, it's your decision. Now, do you understand the nature of this action?
They want us to get off the tracks, but our kids are in danger.
Please, Mrs. Coulter, you will have your turn to explain yourselves. I just want to ensure that you understand why you are in court today.
They want us to get off the tracks. They promised not to run trains during school hours, but they don't keep their promises, Your Honor. My daughter had to climb through the boxcars to get to school. She's only 11 years old. They should be required legally to keep their promises.
Ma'am, I have told you, you will have your chance to explain yourselves.
Well, I'm sorry. It's just that we're so worried about the children and they...
Ma'am.
Sorry? Okay.
Ma'am, I repeat, do you understand why you are here?
They want us off the track.
It's their property.
Okay, no argument. It's their property. Yes, it's their property, but it's our children. It's too dangerous for them. You should see it down there.
The railroad has said they will not run trains while the children are going to and from school.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. They make promises, they say lots of things, but they don't keep them.
That does not sound like a safe place for children. Why don't you forbid her to go on the tracks? Tell her to take another route.
Believe me, I've told her a million times. You know, I'm a good mother. I love my daughter. I try my best. I'm raising her by myself. I've told her a million times, stay away from the trains, take Hastings Street. What can you do? She's a child. They don't always listen. 11 years old, grade 6. She's doing real well in reading. It took her a while, but now she's catching up. Swinging on boxcars to get to school. It's not right.
Ma'am, this hearing is not about your child's safety, valid though your concern might be. It's about the obstruction of the railway property.
Your Honor, we don't want to be here on the tracks. Believe me, it's no fun. It's cold every night. Rains most of the time. We've tried begging, pleading, petitions, writing letters, petitions, delegations. What else? Telegrams, letters, phone calls. They never listened. They only listened when we stood in front of the trains.
I repeat, ma'am, you cannot obstruct the business of the railway. Please confine yourself to the subject of this injunction.
Your Honor, I promised my daughter we would go to the island this week to see her grandmother. Believe me, I don't want to be on the tracks. This whole thing is making her lose her holiday.
Ma'am, you are straying from the subject again. I'm going to call a half-hour recess. I want you ladies to consider your position. If you persist in this approach, you will be in contempt of court. That is a serious position to be in.
Tell him we don't have contempt for the court, just for the railroad.
Your Honor!
Matter recessed for 30 minutes. All stand down.
Come on, Bonnie, let's get out of the hall. We've got some decisions to make. Such a relief to get out of that courtroom. It's not looking good for us.
The bastards! We're not getting off those tracks. They'll need a bulldozer to get me off.
If that injunction goes through, they'll get a bulldozer or whatever else they need. There's got to be some way around this so they don't throw the book at you. You should think about hiring a lawyer.
Oh, Diane, will you knock it off already? We've been through all that. What are we supposed to hire a lawyer with? An IOU? Anyway, lawyers will just hijack the case, turn it into some fancy legal eagle thing.
Well, it is a legal thing. Maybe you haven't noticed you're in court.
Well, maybe you haven't noticed. They don't run the court for our benefit.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I talk to you?
Now what? Who are you?
My name is Pranzo. I'm a lawyer. I was in the courtroom when you were speaking to a judge. Couldn't help hearing. I was impressed with your comportment, your behavior in court. It was quite something. You have a very strong moral position, of course, but you need to get some tactics. The judge is letting you get away with a lot because you're representing yourself, but he will only let it go so far.
Yeah, so?
Well, maybe I can help you.
You look kind of young to be a lawyer.
Well, I've heard that before, but I can assure you I've been practicing before the court for 2 years now.
Well, don't think you're going to practice on us, Mr. Lawyer. Is that how you get business, going around the courthouse looking for lost causes? Just so you know, we don't have any money to pay you with.
Well, let's just see what he has to say, Bonnie. It doesn't cost anything to listen.
There would be no charge, pro bono. That means for the public good. Lawyers are supposed to do a certain amount of work for free. For the public good. You know, maybe I can help. Just let me take a look at that application.
Show him the paper.
Listen, Diane, this is our case. You're not running the show.
Come on, just let him see the paper.
Go ahead, Bonnie. It can't hurt.
Oh, right.
Thank you. Let's see. Yeah. Aha. Hey, look at this. It's filled out incorrectly. They put the date where the summons was served, not where the incident first occurred. See, I thought there might be something. It's an American railway. They don't know how to do the Canadian paperwork.
That's good. Throw the whole thing out.
Well, it means you are improperly served. It's not valid.
You don't have to get off the tracks?
Well, while they will eventually order you off, they will get another affidavit, but it will take longer than just today. You see, you will have to be served again, another court date, and I advise you about the seriousness of flaunting an injunction. If you're ordered off the tracks and you don't go, you will be in contempt of a court order. You'll be fined, and even go to jail. But then what would happen to your children?
Here we go again, losing the kids. Whose side are you on?
It's my responsibility to level with you, even if you don't want to hear it. But you could hold some good cards. I mean, look, you hold some good cards. Every day this drags on, it costs the railroads money. Now, maybe that'll put them in a good mood for negotiating. They know they can't sue you for damages. Correct me if I'm wrong. You don't have the financial resources to pay damages.
You got that right.
What do you mean? Negotiating what?
Well, they might agree to some of your conditions, just to get you off the tracks quickly. But you will have to get off the tracks.
I won't be sorry about that.
But if I'm representing you, I can go into court and try it.
Well, Bonnie, what do you think?
We've got our issue, the safety of the children. I don't want this thing to become a big legal mumbo-jumbo.
I'll take care of the mumbo-jumbo. You just take care of the issue. You've been successful in getting publicity so far.
This is for free?
Totally.
And you can't admit we're wrong. We're not apologizing.
Well, absolutely not. See, it's just the way the application was filled out.
Diane, what do you think?
Well, it's your call, but I don't think you have anything to lose by letting him try. You've got a lot to lose if you don't get it right.
What do you say? Do we go for it?
Well, like Diane said, we've got nothing to lose. Okay, let's do it.
Right on.
Right?
Good. Oh, and one other thing.
Yeah?
Look, don't call the judge your honor. That's an Americanism. He's called my lord.
He's not my lord, the old fart.
Okay, just remember, I'm doing the talking.
Uh-oh, here comes Richie.
Hi, Astrid.
Richie.
Hey, you might pull it off with that lawyer.
We'll see.
Well, I just wanted to tell you I'm leaving Vancouver.
You're leaving Vancouver?
Well, not forever. I'm going up to Mica Creek.
Where's that?
Up in the mountains, the boonies. It's a big dam project. I mean, well, they're building this big dam there. It's long hours, but good pay. Union wages. But I've been thinking about what you've been saying. Bonnie, too.
Well, that's good, Richie.
I'll be
That's
back.
good.
I'll be back at Easter time.
That's good, Richie.
Astrid,
Richie, I have to go. Good luck, I mean it.
Good luck to you, Astrid.
Recalling the matter of Burlington Northern, versus Coulter and Henderson.
My lord, Franco, initial M, appearing for the respondents as a friend of the court.
Well, I'm glad to see they've gotten counsel. That was fast work.
We met in the corridor, my lord.
Very well, proceed.
My lord, I've had an opportunity to peruse the application for injunction, and it appears it is defective, fatally so. The dates do not coincide with the sequence of events.
Mr. Gillespie, what do you have to say about this?
My lord, it was an oversight. Substantially, our application is in order.
Well, I'm sorry. I must say I agree with the counsel for the respondents. They were improperly notified. I am not going to grant this injunction today. If you want an injunction, you will have to reapply.
My lord, the commerce of the port. We can't afford any more delays.
Well, Mr. Gillespie, you should have done your homework. If you want this concluded today, you will have to come to an agreement with the respondents.
Now, my lord, may I have a moment to confer with my clients?
Very well, go ahead.
Now's your chance. Look, you've got them over a barrel. You can make them deal. The longer this takes, the more it costs them. The court can order them to restrict the hours, but you have to stay at the tracks.
So what does the railroad have to do?
Well, we should insist on a bond.
A bond?
Yeah. I guarantee that they will abide by the agreement. Let's see, say $50,000. If they violate the agreement, they'll have to pay. They're not going to want to do that.
$50,000 bucks. That sounds good.
Okay, we'll try it. My lord, my clients are prepared to agree to stay on the tracks if the applicant will post a bond of $50,000 to ensure that the trains do not run during the restricted hours. Oh, and they must keep 2 flagmen at the site to direct the traffic until the overpass is completed.
Well, what do you say, Mr. Gillespie?
Now, we don't really see the need, my lord. However, in the interest of expediting this matter, we agree.
All right, so ordered. Now, that will put an end to the obstruction on the tracks, and hopefully the safety of the children will be safeguarded too, until the overpass is built.
Thank you, my lord.
And I must say, Mr. Pranzo, I have been impressed by your conduct in this matter. You have been acting in the finest traditions of a young lawyer.
Thank you, my lord.
Court adjourned.
Yeah, okay, the judge is moving. We should go.
Yeah! You did pretty good, Mr. Practicing Lawyer. You came along just at the right time.
Oh, well, don't thank me. Like, I just did what I was trained to do. You people were the inspiration. It took a lot of guts coming to court like that. And standing in front of a train, wow.
No big deal. Just something we had to do.
Hey, Astrid, give yourself some credit. You really stood up to them. You're heroes.
Yeah, well, I never heard of a hero that has to go home and make dinner. But I'm so proud of Raymer. We can do anything we put our minds to. You know what we have to do now? Get that community center. And we need a food co-op. Cheap food right in Raymer.
Hey, slow down, girl. Let me recover from the last battle. Tonight we celebrate.
Yeah, let's go out to eat.
Oh, now there's an idea. And you know the best part?
What's that?
No dishes afterwards.
Hell yeah!
The Raymer Brothers, a radio play reading in 5 excerpts from the original musical play by Bob Sardi. Original music by Bill Sample, directed by Jay Hamburger. Produced by Theatre in the Raw for the 10th anniversary of the Heart of the City Festival in association with the Vancouver Movie Theatre, the Carnegie Community Centre, and the Association of United Ukrainian Canadians. The part of Astrid was played by Michelle Richard. The part of Bonnie was played by Lindsay Hindle. The part of Diane was played by Abby Wiseman. The parts of Richie, train crewman, Alderman Carmichael, and the young lawyer, Pranzo, Roger Howie. The part of the railway official and the narrator was played by Jay Hamburger. The part of the judge was played by Bob Sardi. Sound and technical work and arrangements, Scott Broom. Thank you to all the participants and the big gracious courtesy to Teresa Vandertooen, Terry and Savannah Adigel, Mugg Stitcherson, Bonzer Recreational Complex, Continuing Education, Vancouver School Board, Sylvia Skeen, Bella, and we want to thank the actual women in the 1970s of the Vancouver Reamer Housing Project for their courage and tenacity for moving forward with their hearts. The full musical production of Reamer Mothers is in fall 2014. www.theaterintheraw.ca. Good night and have a happy Halloween. Ooh.